Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I'm on coffee cup number 2. I already got the shaft this morning from my kids. There were 5 pieces of bacon left. I gave each of the boys 2, and I got 1. Then I had to move my wife's car out of the driveway for my son, and he drops the ball, and then he goes back inside and makes me wait while I sit out there, and he in a leisurely way walks back out to get in his car. Anyway, I made a comment to my 9-year-old. I said, you see how the parents don't get anything and you all get everything? Maybe they're going to remember that when I'm in a wheelchair one day and they're pushing me around. But I'm not going to count on that. I'm going to have to get some of that long-term care insurance just in case. I'll tell you what. Okay, now, Nick Burafado, there's a couple things going on this morning with Link2. I want to make sure you're aware. This was from yesterday, but I forgot to go over it, I think. Team Apollo is the top 20% of Link2 investors. This is the unique group. Receive special benefits such as investment discounts, invitations, Telegram group, and much more. The current entry point, and by the way, I'm also in the Apollo group, in the Telegram group, so every once in a while I'll go in there and say something. I'm not real active, but I'm in there too. The current entry point is $60,000 in investments and will increase in June. Email Nick at Link2 for more info. And then this morning he put this out: want to invest in a Ripple company? Today is your day. Link2 will give you $1,000 in XRP to your Uphold wallet with each Ripple investment until 11:59. That's Pacific time. If you're investing more than 10K, be sure to make multiple orders. The promo is for each order until we run out. Not sure if you qualify as an accredited investor in your country. Please email Nick at Link2. Now, this is something a lot of people don't know. The accredited investor rules in the United States, the way it works at Link2 is you can invest, let's say you're in Brazil. What they do is they look at the accredited investor laws of Brazil, not of they're not applying the United States accredited investor laws to a guy that's wanting to invest from Brazil. It's your laws, not the United States laws, wherever you are or wherever you're a citizen, I guess. So he said, email him to find out and he'll go over it. We currently serve 68 countries. New York residents who cannot access Uphold wallets will receive $1,000 in Link2 bucks toward their next investment. Shares are available at 9 a.m. Eastern time, which is in about 56 minutes. Okay, and I'm going to put the link to this in the very top of the description of this video. We have a double whistleblower alert this morning. Joseph Lubin has shown his face again. And let me tell you what, these media people, you can see that they're catching on to the Ethereum BS. But it's a double whistleblower alert because, first of all, their Ethereum 2.0 is a new security issuance. And second, staking, they're bragging about how you can stake your ETH 2.0. Staking, which is earning interest, is a security according to Gary Gensler. We've played the video several times. So I'm letting Gary and Hester Pearson, Allison Heron Lee all know that we have a whistleblower alert, a double whistleblower alert. By the way, the media is really smelling the Ethereum Joseph BS now. The truth will set you free. Listen to this.
A lot could go wrong before the merge is complete. Bugs, hacks, and some miners just don't believe the merge is actually coming because it's been delayed in the past. In April, one of the leading Ethereum developers said that the upgrade is most likely going to be after June, which is later than many observers have anticipated. But Kaylee, Matt, that of course is just around the corner. So a lot of news to come.
Yep, just next month, but for now, we're all still waiting. Thank you so much to Bloomberg's Sonali Bosick. And joining us now to discuss the merge further is Joe Lubin, co-founder of Ethereum and founder of the global blockchain company Consensus. Joe, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I guess a three-pronged question for you. Is the merge really coming? When? And what's taking so long?
The merge is really coming. It's been worked on for for years. That's true, but it's a very complex system, and the pieces are nearly fully in place. Ethereum 2 has been running for quite a while, as you indicated, and it has 350,000 validators.
XRP is fully in place.
And 1 is merging with Ethereum 2 to create a unified Ethereum and transition from proof of work to proof of stake. And the first major testnet is scheduled to merge in early June. Current plan is June 8. There'll be a couple of other major testnets that will merge a few weeks after that. And if all goes according to plan, we could see the Q3 merge for mainnet.
Joe, how do you feel about this? Because just yesterday...
Listen to this guy. I've never seen anybody go after Joseph Lubin like this. With truth.
The New York City Mayor, Eric Adams, said to use blockchain from everything from basically deeds to birth certificates, other records. This is the way of the future, and we're excited about it. This is something that we've been talking about in crypto for a decade now, and it makes sense when you have the immutability of a proof of work blockchain. I don't want to put the deed to my house or my daughter's birth certificate on a proof of stake blockchain. It just doesn't have the security.
That is not correct. Proof of stake is likely to be far more secure, far less attackable. As I indicated, there are 350,000 validators currently validating Ethereum 2. There are attack vectors against proof of work systems that involve essentially hiring mining power for short periods of time and executing an attack. And then if you fail, then not that big a deal. If you fail, first of all, putting an attack together in a proof of stake system is enormously expensive because you'd have to...
But very possible, right? All you need is 51%.
Well, 51% of hundreds of billions of dollars is not easy to get to, and once you start trying to accumulate, that would drive the price of Ether up to essentially unobtainable levels.
Only if you buy it, not if you steal it.
Wow.
Well, it would be very hard to steal that much Ether, I believe. So I have to disagree with you. I think it's pretty clear for people who understand.
Joe, what about the centralization? What about the centralization? Because it seems like there is a relatively small number of firms that are staking a whole bunch of different coins. Is it going to be as decentralized as a proof of work blockchain?
Well,
I happen to know about who some of them could be because there was this little article. A16Z will do whatever it can to keep NFT Web3 market alive. Part of that is making nonsensical, ridiculous comparisons to the internet. Still early days. So there they are. Now the Karma police were out this morning too. Bloomberg is asking, where's Mike Novogratz?
Well, Mike Novogratz has gone silent following the implosion of Luna and Terra last week. The billionaire crypto investor and Luna supporter acknowledged so-called algorithmic stablecoins were set for a really big test after Terra USD lost its peg to the dollar, but hasn't sent so much as a tweet since. On Friday, his crypto firm Galaxy Digital said it was bracing for a $300 million hit this quarter, but that its treasury, quote, does not utilize algorithmic stablecoins. And of course, Matt, Mike Novogratz also has a giant Luna tattoo on his bicep. I just want to know if it's getting removed.
You know, I got back in 1991 a pretty regrettable tattoo from a guy named Flower in the back of a bus at a Grateful Dead show, and I want to get it covered up as well. So maybe me and Mike can go downtown and get new tattoos,
and we'll take it live on the show.
Yeah, we'll do that live.
Would love to have
do it
him
live.
back.
I'm sure
somebody. Well, Mike Novogratz has.
I'm sure that somebody is going to do that. Okay, now yesterday, Charles Gasparino was on Fox Business talking about the SEC versus Ripple case. Now, in this video, he's going to reference that he thinks that they've got something where the SEC said that XRP was a currency behind the scenes. I think he's referring to this. There was a June 13th, 2000. Remember, the Bill Hinman Ethereum Free Pass speech was on June 14th, 2018. And part of what a lot of the conversation has been is about this memo. It was found out that there was a memo that analyzed XRP, what was passed around the SEC staff. The SEC refuses to disclose this memo in connection with the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. Now, I've heard John Deaton address this several times. And the gist of what he said is, well, why would they be hiding this memo if it wasn't one of two things? Either somebody in that email string said that they believed, one of these SEC people said they believed XRP was a currency or not a security or something like that, or they all outright agreed that it was something like that. But if they had all agreed behind the scenes that it was a security, then of course they would release the memo because it would help their case. But the point is that apparently they must not have, otherwise they would have gotten this memo out as fast as possible. So then you arrive at a place, here's some guys that not only did they give Ethereum a free pass, but they had discussions about XRP and the thing, and it was questionable. In other words, there was a debate between these SEC people as to whether XRP might be a commodity or a currency too, like they came out and said Ethereum was. And this has been hidden. The SEC has been hiding this memo, okay? And so what if they brought this case? What if they put Ripple through 2 years of this when even the people at the SEC in 2018 did not even agree on whether it was a commodity, currency, or a security? But they wanted to hold Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Larson, and Ripple to the standard of, oh, well, you should have known. That would mean everything you've watched was based on a big fat lie, which is my hunch, folks. Let's write that down, because I think it is I think this whole case, where's my pen? I think this whole case is a big fat lie. I think the whole Ethereum free pass is a big fat coordinated lie. I think that everything that the SEC has done in crypto with regard to Bitcoin and Ethereum has been a big, fat lie. And I think everybody's starting to know it. Let me play the clip of Charles Gasparino from yesterday.
Central to the case as to whether XRP is a currency or an investment asset.
Right. I'm going to do this kind of quick because we want to talk a little bit about Tesla, because that's a huge story right now.
Twitter.
And Twitter, excuse me, Musk and Twitter. Listen, Hinman gave a speech, I think, in 2018, which essentially is key to this case. The XRP people, Ripple people, who are being sued by the SEC, said that speech was dogma at the SEC, it was SEC policy, and it showed that their suit against XRP and Ripple is biased, and they have favoritism towards other cryptos, namely Ethereum. That speech is key to this case for Ripple proving its case. Why is Ripple slightly ahead in doing that right now? Because the documents are coming out that that Bill Hinman did not make that speech on, well, at least it's suggesting, I can't say what's in his mind, but Bill Hinman is arguing, the SEC is arguing, that those were his opinions, that he just said his opinion. It wasn't SEC policy. New documents are out that suggest maybe it's not just his opinion. It was SEC policy, because he circulated the speech to something like 68 people inside of the SEC.
Indicating that Ripple is a currency?
Yes, well, indicating that Ripple is likely a currency. The other ones aren't. Thus, in the Ripple's mind, that shows bias against Ripple by the SEC, since its characteristics are similar to Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is how it's a little complicated, but if you care about XRP in this case is probably going to set the tone for crypto regulation going forward. Just so you know, if XRP wins and Ripple, they beat back the SEC, SEC is not going to be able to go after anybody again. Okay, it's going to be very difficult to say other Ethereum and Bitcoin are securities, and therefore they come under SEC guidelines. If XRP loses, well, then you see Gary Gensler going after Ethereum. But it looks like Ripple has proven the case that maybe these weren't Hinman's own words. It was like SEC policy, and that's a strike in their favor. If in this context, that it means that the whole commission really did give a.
All right. So there's that. And then, now remember, you got to see this, folks. This is how shady all this is. Remember yesterday when Wheezy had put this out about this David Blast guy? And remember, Dahlia Blast was hired at the SEC, okay? She's one of the ones that was helping to craft the Hinman speech. Her husband was at Simpson Thacher, which is Bill Hinman's law firm that he was at before and after his time at the SEC. Same law firm where he helped take Alibaba public. Jay Clayton did too, by the way. Well, remember, watch this, watch this. So Dahlia Blast helps with the, here she is, let's see, not right there. She's right here. She is one of the individuals who's permitted to review and comment on the Hinman speech, okay? And then we had this. She also, the same day the SEC announces the lawsuit against Ripple, they announced Dahlia Blast is leaving the SEC. So she helps get the Ethereum free pass. Then she leaves the second that she sees the SEC sue Ripple. And so let's follow it up with this picture right here. I saw this morning from Cowboy Crypto. That is David Blast right beside William Hinman and the Alibaba CEO and Lei Ming Chen, who was also, I think, Lei Ming Chen was also ex-Shearman and Simpson Thacher, now senior VP at the Ant Group, which is what Alibaba was. This is at the IPO of Alibaba. And don't forget, remember folks, Alibaba was trying to buy MoneyGram back then. And then the United States pulled MoneyGram and didn't allow them to buy it. That's when Ripple came in and got was able to work out their deal with MoneyGram, folks. Boy, this all, ooh man, I've told you the story about my deer stand down at my hunting and fishing club, which ProCoinNews.com is the official sponsor of. And I told you about my deer stand where some buzzards are some nasty animals. They decided they were going to make a nest out of one of my deer stands in the off season. And they did every kind of foul thing you could possibly do. Multiple times in that deer stand, and the stink was so bad that I couldn't even get in there to clean it out. My dad, I don't know how he did it, but the official father of the Digital Asset Investor channel did go in there and do it. But this smells that bad, or worse, folks. This. I'm the Digital Asset Investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that the official father of the Digital Asset Investor did clean up a buzzard mess that rivaled the smell of the Ethereum free pass and everything around it. Thanks.